ratito, me lo mira, voy allá.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Whoever is here. Buenos dias. I am on. Thank you, Lord. I know we have the same time, no difference in the time zone. Be Well Magazine, good morning from Illinois. How cold is it over there? Hola, good bonjour, good morning. Well, it is chilly where I am. See, I got my good morning, Jackie. I got my, I found some cooler type of clothing when I was getting my trip, when I was getting ready. And that's helped me because this weather here is something else. 40s here. It might be in the 50s here right now. Good morning, everyone. Say good morning. Where you from? Good morning, Miss Louie of Harlem. Oh, my brother lives in Harlem. Freezing. Oh yeah, 40s would be freezing for you. But you know, in Peru, which is where I am, the seasons are reversed because they're on the other side of the equator. So right now it's November, it's their spring. That's what I am told. Good morning, Lori from Halifax. Listen, Lori, a lot of your people are here in Cusco. A lot of people from Canada, Alberta, Nova Scotia, Montreal. A lot of people from Germany, Netherlands. They do have some folks here from America, but most of them are from Europe. I was amazed at the number of visitors that are here. And I am told that it is the slow season. But Machu Picchu was bombed yesterday. I mean, bus loads after bus loads. Yes. So of course today I'm not gonna be able to cook for you guys. But what I thought I would do is take you to the market that I went through yesterday. I had a cooking lesson because you know I'm into cooking, so I wanted to learn how to make some of their dishes. Jesus is king, yes, Sonny. Um, and I learned how to make pico sour, which is something that I had in Chile. And you can have maracuya, which is passion fruit in it, or you can do it. Morning from Toronto, Keisha. I was telling them, Keisha, you should be here. A lot of your people are here from Canada. Lots of them. Of course, they love this weather. And I'm like, I don't want to be cold anymore. Yes. So it's been interesting. So I learned how to make pico sour yesterday, but I chose the lime version because I went to a restaurant the other day and I had the one with maracuya and it was too sweet. Carmen, hola, hola, hola. Good afternoon. Where is it that you're in the afternoon? It's like 10 o'clock here. You must be somewhere in Europe or South Africa. Yes, so I'm not going to be able to cook today, but I will take you to the market. Right now, you're running from the cold. Me too. You know, I love Peru. I fell in love with Peru. This is my first time coming to Peru. I've been to South America. I went to Chile a couple of times and absolutely love Chile. But the people are so nice, you know? And the food is amazing. In Chile, I was into the beef was amazing and they had great wine. Here, everything is amazing. Just so you know, I returned to Panama last November and I have not had a vacation since. So I was ready to just go somewhere. And then I was like, Machu Picchu, that's on my bucket list. So Peru, here I come. So from Panama to Lima, Hasta luego, señora.
Luego, felicidades, que les vaya bien.
Gracias. I was watching her thing for her. But anyway, I'm sitting here across from the market. That's the market there, San Pedro, and apparently it's a very famous market. And I'll walk you through it. So, 3 hours from Panama City to Lima. And then I stayed a couple of days in Lima. Lima is like Panama City. It's got multiple neighborhoods. In Panama City, we have 26 what we call corregimientos, meaning neighborhoods, and they all have their own little flair. In Lima, Peru, they tell me they have 43 neighborhoods, and the city is packed. And I am also told that it's got a population of 10 million people. Again, just like in Panama, people come from the interior looking for opportunities so they can find jobs, right? And every holiday they just go on. Okay, this is a South American day. That's the mobile billboard. It's sometimes in your neighborhood in Panama City, they come around with the horn and they say, "Oh yes, if you have problems with your washing machine, or you want to, get rid of it." And yeah, they advertise like that. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm using my earpods. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, Latonya. Good to see you. Can somebody tell me if you can hear me? Yeah, okay, good. So Lima, 10 million people. And then there is a neighborhood called Miraflores. If you look at Lima in terms of to look for information, they will mention so Miraflores was highly recommended. Apparently they have a lot of it would be like Panama City, people who, all right guy, you're gonna keep that thing, move your car. So he Miraflores. So it was a very kind of hip type of neighborhood. Even though the first time I saw it, I was like, that's not Panama City. But that was my first day before. Good. Thank you, Jackie. Just before, I took a walk and started to walk around. So Miraflores, if you come to Peru, you need to check Miraflores. Plus, remember, Peru is, it's got all kinds of things. It's got a whole beach line, right? So there is a lot of beach areas and a lot of fish. And then in Miraflores, they have the Malecon. Malecon means it's like on the side of the sea, and they have a path where people can walk, and they have people exercise and all kinds of stuff. So when I ended up at Miraflores on that part, it is absolutely gorgeous. And I posted some pictures on the Facebook page. So, all right, I'm going to move a little bit away from this microphone. So Miraflores is beautiful, beautiful, and all the major hotels and restaurants. And then I went to, I think I took a bus tour, and they walked me through different neighborhoods. But Lima is popping, okay? I don't know if you guys knew also that Peru is the culinary capital, because the food here is amazing. And as a cook, as a chef, I can tell you, everything I have had here has been amazing, okay? Okay, I take my light. Okay. So there's a restaurant. Today is Sunday. I'm leaving Cusco tomorrow. I'm going to go back to Lima. And then I'm going to make a point to visit that restaurant that was named the best restaurant in the world is here in Lima in 2023. So you know I got to check it out. You have to make reservations about a year in advance. And then the cost for dinner was $250. So it was like, no bueno. I'm not doing it. Okay. So Cusco, so I stayed 2 days in Lima and I took the city tour, enjoyed it. You know, Marriott, all the brand hotels are there. It's a major city, okay? And I took a flight. Oh, my light. I took a flight from Lima to Cusco because to go to Machu Picchu is a complicated process. You have to fly into Lima, okay? I'm in Cusco, Peru. Grandma, where you at? Voyager, I'll take the grandma, thank you. I'm in Peru. And so from Lima, Peru, Lima is the capital. I took a 1-hour flight to Cusco, okay? Cusco is in the south of the country. And from Cusco, you have to drive an hour and a half to a little town called Ollantaytambo, something like that. It's kind of a long Inca name, right? And then there, you catch a train for about an hour and a half to get to the foot of the mountain that is called Aguascaliente. From Aguascaliente, you have to take another bus through the mountain to where you can start climbing. So it's a complicated process. Some people have made the arrangement themselves. I made my flight arrangements, but I hired a tour company. They picked me up from Cusco airport and they drove me, put me on the train. And when I got to Aguascaliente, I had my hotel and then I was fine. So if you ever want to come to Cusco or to Machu Picchu, it's best to hire a company, okay? You're gonna spend a little bit of money, but imagine the convenience of them picking you up, taking you step by step, and that's so nice. And here it's not the dollar. They use a currency called sol, S-O-L, and then when you get more than one, it's soles, plural. And $1, when I exchange, it was 3.8 soles. So you get a little bit of leeway. And if you're tipping, you give like a 10 soles or 20 soles, so it's not gonna break the bank, okay? I mean, I'm a cheap traveler, but not too cheap. Okay, so I arrived in Cusco. As I was exiting the plane, you know the plank that you walk to get out? The altitude hit me. You gotta know that. This altitude thing is no joke. Hola from the Philippines, wow. Okay, so I started walking the plank and it was like, okay, I'm pacing myself, walking slow. And I went to the ladies' room. I think they call bathroom something different here. Areas higiénico, like hygienic locations. That's the bathroom, okay? Even though in Spanish, bathroom is baño, but they call it something different. And don't flush the paper down the toilet in Peru. And if you are bringing your electronics, they use the same plugs. So you don't have to worry about that. But Cusco, Lima is at sea level because the ocean is right there, right? But Cusco is 11,000 feet above sea level. Your heart and lungs trying to acclimate, it's no joke, okay? If I'm walking the street, it's flat, I'm okay. If there's a little bit of inclination, it's like, and I'm not in bad shape. You know, my face is a bit swollen, so I apologize, because Peru is the carb capital. Potatoes. If you don't like potatoes, don't come to Peru. They have 4,000 species of potatoes here alone. They have potatoes for different things. potatoes for frying only, potatoes for soups, potatoes for this, potatoes for that. So we don't know that, but that's the capital of the world. So whatever dish you have here is going to come with French fries or boiled potatoes and corn, of course, because of the indigenous culture. Corn is really big, and they have different types of corn. They have like 13 types of avocados. The fruits here are amazing. Sour saps are smaller. Mangoes are just absolutely beautiful. I even bought one yesterday and ate it in my room. But what they tell you is that they do spray their field with pesticides. So I washed it with soap and scrubbed it, and then take the skin off. Even the chef told us, whatever you're eating, take the skin off. So the altitude, some people call it sickness. So you're supposed to kind of give yourself a couple of days before you start climbing Machu Picchu. Okay, so I came a couple of days ahead. I walked around and I was still short of breath. And then I remember when I was trying to find my Airbnb, my little hotel, I was watching the steps and I didn't want to be too high because I knew I had to climb. Guess what? I ended up in a place. I posted some of the views on my on the Facebook group page. You can see, it's beautiful. But to get back up there, I have to climb. And let me tell you, every 5 to 10 steps, I had to stop. My heart was racing, and that altitude is no joke. Now, they do make recommendations about the altitude sickness. They have what they call coca tea leaves. Yes, the leaves that they make cocaine out of is here, and that's what they tell you to make. To take like 3 or 4 leaves, put it in the back of your mouth and chew it, and that's supposed to stabilize your altitude sickness. And the reason we have the sickness is because the oxygen level is lower here than at sea level. So your heart has to work faster to pump more blood. I'm feeling it. I'm sitting here thinking, when I want to get back to the hotel, I think I'm going to take a cab if I want to avoid those steps. Because, I'm a 66-year-old lady. I don't want to have a heart attack here with me trying to keep up with this altitude sickness. So, the people who live here, they love it. They say it's better than Lima. It is quieter. There is a lot of crime in Lima. And, I don't want to repeat some of the stuff the people are saying, but even in Panama, we're starting to have some gang activities that are kind of tied to a certain group of people who are escaping their own country, and those gangs started in their jail, and they're here. Like yesterday in the news, they were saying in Lima, don't walk around with your phone like I'm walking right now. And now I'm in a public place, so I'm kind of safe. But in Lima, they have motorbike path right next to the lane. And they come with their bike going fast, and they'll grab your phone. They do that in Brazil as well, and other places. Oh, in Johannesburg, South Africa, they do that. And but if you fight, people get killed here. And so be careful. So I'm going to go to Lima to try the ceviche. All right. So in Cusco, it's quiet, it's nice, but because of Machu Picchu, it is a very touristy town. The amount of people I see here, foreigners, is insane. But I don't think they live here. They're just visiting. Another thing, this is the area of the Inca people. The Incas were native people who lived here. And when you go to Machu Picchu and you watch the architectural wonder that people, the way the Incas used to build their fortresses and their homes. It's amazing. And when you go to Machu Picchu, also they show you the intricate system of irrigation and for water. And you know, when you talk to the locals, because this population here is mostly indigenous, you do have some people from Spain because they were the colonizers. So they still have some of them here, but it's mostly indigenous. And they're very proud of their culture. And I love to talk to the housekeeper and the Uber driver and we're like, okay, how is it going? Talk about their president that they don't like very much, who is a woman, by the way. And they have protests like we do in Panama, but they're very proud. And every time you mention their culture, they say, yes, we used to do all of these things, but now when the colonizers came, they pretended that they're teaching us how to do farming. Well, they had farming down pat. They had spots in Machu Picchu where they observed the sun, because they said depending on what they read from the sun, it tells them when to plant their crops. I mean, the stories are amazing. So to show you, I'm sharing that to say that the Inca people were self-taught, self-contained, and they managed their population, their culture, their people, the way they distributed wealth. They had a king, but it was not, you know, he was protective of his people. And then, you know, when the foreigners came, they took, you know, took their gold. And anyway, I'll just stop right there. But you could feel they still hurt over what happened to their civilization. So here they have an area called the Sacred Valley, you know, because these people are into, and they tell you they worship Mother Earth, and they have a name for it, something mother, they call it. And I was told they have 3 special languages here in Peru. It's Spanish and 2 Inca type languages. I don't remember what they are, but it's only 3. That's what the guy said. So don't come here thinking they're going to speak English, okay? No. So I know I don't have a moderator. Yes, I can block them if I want to. I've had to block someone every single time on this live. I don't understand. All right, so they tell me in Cusco they have about maybe 700,000 people, but they have so many tourists. So a lot of the income of this area comes from tourist activities. In Machu Picchu, I'm telling you, this is a cash cow. People are just running over themselves to come here every day. When I went, was it last week or the day before? It rained the whole day. That didn't stop anyone. The buses kept coming. But that bus ride from Aguascalientes all the way up the mountain, whew, was a little hairy. And I think a couple of months ago, one of the buses did fall off the ravine. But I don't think they're advertising it, but you know, I'm a news buff, so I know about it. Anyway, I'm in Peru, Cusco, Peru. So also about Cusco, Peru, because of the Spanish influence, it's about 80% Catholic. But the culture of the Inca people is still very strong here. So let's talk about food. Peru, like most South American countries, you know, bread, you can't escape bread. Potatoes, I told you, 4,000 species of potatoes. Corn, they have different varieties of corn. But in that Sacred Valley, they have the corn. The kernels are big, and they call it choclo. Choclo. So you know I had to try choclo, and I have a picture of me eating it. So they have choclo con queso, choclo with cheese, and they do a lot of corn, and then they they raise cattle because they eat beef, but they say pork is their main protein. But someone else told me it was chicken. There's a lot of chicken as well. I've had the beef, because one of the main dishes here is called lomo saltado. Saltado means salty, not that it's salty, but they use it with salt instead of sweet. You know, like we say sweet and savory, right? And so I've had that. The chicken, I haven't tried yet because at home, when I've tried chicken a couple of times and got my tummy's gotten sick, I've been kind of leery. But I've had it in a soup that was amazing. Listen, every restaurant I've been to so far, the food has been amazing. Amazing. I went to the mountain, and when we stopped, I had a trout, and of course, with some potatoes and a salad. It was cooked perfectly. Cusco is not near water, okay? Lima, you're next to the water. But with Cusco, they have lakes. So the only type of fish they have here is the trout. But it looks like salmon. And they cook it so well. So good. Inside this market here, yesterday I said, well, let me try some of that soup. Amazing. So what I'm saying, it doesn't matter who's cooking it, they cook it to perfection. And one other thing they have here is they use a lot of herbs to cook their food. Oh, one other thing, I didn't see any alpacas, but they eat that too here. And then when they say alpaca burger, I say thank you, I'll pass. I draw the line at the alpacas, and they also eat guinea pigs. It's a delicacy, and I said, it's okay, I'll pass. No gracias. So I draw the line at the alpacas and the guinea pig. All right, what else can I tell you about Cusco? It's beautiful. There's a church. You see this one? And the architecture, the colonial buildings. You see that? I was going to take you guys to the square, Plaza de Armas, but I don't think it's like 15 minutes down there. So we're not going to do that. It's already 28 minutes. So today's live may not be so long, but unless somebody has any questions right now, we'll go inside the market and take a walk. Any question? We're talking about, oh, yes, I'm 66. So sorry. Hello. Your hair is amazing, Mom. Oh, thank you. You mean my braids? Thank you. You know what? I was inside the market yesterday, and they're so nice. This lady was like, oh, so pretty, muy linda. And she said my skin looked good too. Thank you so much. But they're very nice. The Inca people are very short-statured, and that's why when you go to Machu and they're showing you the homes, the old dwellings, the doors were really not too high. I mean, if you can make it to Machu Picchu, make it a goal to come here, okay? Now, I've been showing my my ladies some of my pictures, and they're like, oh my God, now I want to go. I said, yeah, we can arrange it. Do a girls trip. No, we're going to see the market in a minute. The airfare from Panama to Lima, you know, I bought my ticket in September. It was 300 something because I have a discount in Panama because I'm a retiree, okay? We have 25% off. But if you don't have that, I would say budget between 450 and 500, okay? And then, well, you know, remember, I explained to you, if you just come to Lima, that's it. But if you want to come to Machu Picchu, you're going to have more expenses. The 1 hour flight from Lima to here was smooth, beautiful, about $120. But I only did it one way because I don't know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week yet. I have to go back because I have to check out of my hotel tomorrow at 10. And then it's like, okay, where are you going, Maggie? I don't know yet. All right, the people there now had nothing to do with the building of the pyramids. No, of course not. Everyone knows the snow wheel. Nope, with their hands or whatever. And there is a river. Oh my God. I read it yesterday. There's a river from the time we got to Ollantaytambo Sacred Valley. It goes all the way down the Amazon River. Because they're close to Brazil, you know, all the way there. And I think they touch Ecuador also. But what they told me, when you go to Machu and that river, the size of these stones are absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know anybody can carry those and move them from one place to another. There must have been some volcanic thing that happened, because they did tell me they had a major earthquake here. I don't remember what year, but it was a while back. Any other questions before we go inside the market, you guys? Please take your time. I think I can hear the altitude. Oh yes, that altitude is forever with me. I think I would take about a month for me to acclimate. But I'm like, I'm gonna take a cab back because those steps last night, I had 3 sets of stone steps. You know, I was in Spain when I did the Spanish steps in the 90s, and that was nothing. But these steps with the low oxygen, gotta be careful. All right, I know. Let's see if there's anything else I can show you here. Look at all these little small stone streets. Oh, and guys, dogs rule, okay? They're all loose, looking around, and they walk differently. They walk like they own the road. And they just lay around like they're taking a nap in the middle of the park. Okay. And the traffic is pretty bad here for a small city. Okay, there's another street. You can see up in the mountains, right? And let me show you another mountain right there. You see that? It's a beautiful place. All right, it says that the exit. Let's go find the entrance. Entrada and salida. Yes, but you also see a lot of groups from other countries here, not just from Europe, South America, and some Asians. You know, did you guys know that the G7 was in Peru this week? Yes, Joe Biden was here. The president of South Korea was here. President from Xi Jinping was here. And I ask some of the people, I say, is China really strong here? Because in Africa, in Panama, let me tell you, China is there. But even though the Chinese were some of the first people to come here, they don't own as many businesses here as they do in Panama, right? Because some of the food has Chinese influence. But in Panama, we have, I don't know if you remember I did a short video on the, what do we call those? Mini supers. They're like mini stores, convenience stores. They don't have those here. I saw some little portable ones in Lima, like a little, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a little thing and they can put all their stuff you can go buy. But this week, China has built a big port here that's going to connect ships directly from Peru, Lima, all the way to Shanghai. China, yeah, pop-up stores, thank you. But they're on the side of the road. Yeah, you can go get your, oh, hola. Perito, the dogs, they're everywhere. Okay, so and then when Xi Jinping came, he kind of christened, they opened the port. I'm in Panama. We have the Panama Canal. So if somebody can bypass the canal and then take items straight to Shanghai, I'm a little worried for my people over there. But and then South Korea came and they're gonna build this, they're gonna build that, and they came with like a really large delegation of Asians. So China and South Korea have arrived in Peru. And of course, whenever you have a developing country, young people need jobs, and that's what they wave in front of you, or they're going to help you rebuild the airport, or they're going to help you rebuild roads like they do in Africa, right? I mean, in Ghana, every single road is being built by China, okay? Everywhere. But what I was saying is that I was surprised. I didn't see them in the streets, and I didn't see them in the store. But now we're going to see a lot more. They even had some Chinese teacher teaching the Peruvian people Chinese. So I would like to come back in 3 years, and I can guarantee you, if the Lord gives me strength, that it will be a whole different picture, because China and South Korea, they are making their marks. People just kind of don't pay attention, but I pay attention to stuff like that. All right. I think I found out where I need to exchange some money today, because I'm so less poor. But the next one is 700 feet away. So, all right. We're going inside the market, guys. So you won't see my face, but you will hear my voice. All right. They do have a artisanal area. This is where you can buy all this stuff. Now, the polka type thing that they were selling in Machu Picchu, I would have loved to get one, but I knew I wouldn't be able. Look at these colors. Look how beautiful, right? I was able to get a couple of little bracelets. You can get all kinds of kind of things. And Peru also makes coffee, but because they grow in the mountain, the chef said that the coffee is a little bit sour because of the elevation. Isn't that interesting? No, gracias, señor. So, and they're very nice. Oh, look at that shirt. Very nice to foreigners, because they understand that a lot of their income comes from us. So they're very, oops. You guys see my hat? That says Machu Picchu. All right. So if you want little trinkets, I'm just going to take you row by row. You get jewelry. Yeah, I got a bracelet and a little ring today. Excuse me. Gracias. Buen día. And they tell me that in June is where they have a big celebration. People come from the mountains, and the little kids come in all their traditional outfits. So I think maybe next time I come, I'm going to try to come in June. But then in June, that's their winter. So it's going to be really cold. That's what I said. I love Peru, but this cold thing, I don't know. I left a cold in New York. I don't want to go back to it. And you see, when I was in Chile, the kids were always walking around with runny noses. Okay, we're going to enter the fruit area where you can get all sorts of fresh smoothies. Look at this. And people are sitting. Oh, gracias, señora. Gracias. And they're always offering you if you want it. Hola. No. I had a small soursop this morning. They call it chirimaya. Chirimaya. Hola. Look at the size of the pineapple. Hola, hola. So, all right. So, we're going to cross the main hall so we could stay on track, that we don't miss anything. This is the cured meat section. Look at that. El queso de chanco. It's got cheese and some kind of meat in it. All right. And also, I was told that they don't refrigerate things. You see the chicken? Because the temperature is cold. But they do have refrigerators. Look at that sauce. Sausage. Yeah. Is that okay, guys? Are you seeing okay? Yeah? Is the height of the phone all right? All right. Look at the sausage. Oh, this looks like, oh, look at that. That's pork. Fresh. And this looks like salted cod. Wow. Salted something. They don't have cod, so, but you see that's the pork. Cutlets. Huh. Okay. And every time you pass by where they're selling, they're always trying to get you to come in. I know last night I ended up, what did I try? I had some soup that was amazing. All right. It's 2 rows of the smoothies, fresh smoothies. Call it chicha. And you can choose whatever you want to put in it. Gracias. Más tarde. Gracias. Look at that outfit up there. Huh? Can you imagine a little one wearing this? Oh, qué bonita señora. And people come here, the locals, and have breakfast. Yep. I don't know what those are. They've got some gelatin thing. Oh, it looks like jello, doesn't it? It's jello? Ah, gelatina. Okay. Yeah. Gelatin. But the mangoes, these babies, whoo, so sweet. I'm getting some more today. I can't take them home, but I can sure eat them. Look at this papaya. Okay, that row doesn't have much, so we're gonna skip that one. Today's Sunday, so not everybody's out. Okay. Still fruit, but these are two. So they have grapes, they have blueberries, mandarin. You see the little soursop? That's how they are here. They're small. Chiri. ¿Cómo se llama, señora? Chirimoya. Dragon fruit, but yellow. Their bananas look different. Look how pretty those are. This is grenadine, and this is like a sweet, what do they call it? A pepino dulce, see? Yeah. Sweet something. And when I was told too, buenos dias, I was told too that they don't grow apples very well because of the climate. So they have to import their apples. But I have grape. Shirimaya, Shirimaya. Buenos dias. So, all right. More artisanal stuff. Now these are cute. I think girls would love that. All right. Here, I bought from this little mama here yesterday. Oh, she's making pee-pee in a bucket. Okay. Buenos días. Yo estaba aquí ayer. ¿Se recuerda de mí? Sí. ¿Cómo se llama esa señora?
Agua y manto.
Es difícil. Agua y manto.
Si comes.
Ah. Avocado. Look at these little bananas. Like, these are the mangoes. Ooh, I can't wait. So the cocoa leaves, you can make tea out of them. So if you take the cocoa leaves for altitude sickness, they tell you to be sure you don't take some in your suitcase when you get home. You may not make it home because I know what the leaves look like, okay? So don't take any cocoa leaves home with you. No bueno. Oh. Doggy needs a bath. All right. This section is where we can get chocolate, 70% dark chocolate. And they have a bunch of like incense and things with a religious significance. And here you can get dry stuff, nuts, sunflower seeds. Yeah. Because the country is heavy Catholic, so they have a lot of things that you can, I guess, incense and things you can put in your house to ward off the bad spirit. Buenos días, señora.
Llévate. Es para comer esos chocolatitos. Muy
Chocolatito. Más tarde.
bien. Ya.
Gracias. Buenos días. Oh, more chocolate. So she wants me to buy chocolate. I said I'll be back later. You see? Chirimoya.
Lleva chirimoya.
Ese es pepino dulce. Ah. Pepino is cucumber, sweet cucumber. Okay? And it's a fruit here. And their pears are not green. They're like this. I forgot what that is. Hola. Hola. Gracias.
Chocolates.
Chocolate, sí. These would look good on a Christmas tree, right? Very nice. But I can't carry any of that stuff. More nuts. I remember in Barcelona, they have a market like this. And the nuts were out of control. We're entering the bread section. And apparently these breads are traditional to Peru. It's not just around the holidays, but they're special breads. Peruvian bread. You know, I had to run away from that aisle. And the locals come to get the traditional bread. And they had one. They showed us yesterday. One was for a girl, one was for a boy. This one is for a girl, this is for a boy. Like in the shape of a horse. Amazing stuff. You see? They're trying to get you to buy. In Panama, we do a round bread, but for the holidays. But here, you see, they're trying to get. I wasn't so attracted to this bread though. But chocolate.
Different flavors of chocolate.
Chocolate. And these cute little llama things.
Mami, café, chocolate, llamitas, salsita.
Ya soy histérico, histérico. ¿Ah?
I don't like to have babies in my videos, but you can buy a lot of casual. Ooh, look at that little bag. All right, I'm gonna skip that because that's still artisanal, and then we're gonna go down to the food section. Now, they eat some weird stuff here, like heads and offals. Nothing gets wasted here, okay? They eat every part of the animal. All right. Caldos. Here we go. You see? And also, they have a soup that kind of looks like our sancocho. See, it's got yuca. And because of the Spanish influence, they do have some pasta in some of their soups. Yep. And Chinese influence, right? So you're gonna have some lo mein type thing. Look at that. Ooh, those look good. Wow. You know, like lamb shanks. They had some shanks there. Ooh. I gotta remember what the quinoa is. All right, let's see the cheese section. They do a lot of local cheeses here. Okay? Yes. Cheese. Cheese. That's where we were yesterday with the chef. All right. More cheese. Goat cheese, but mostly it's cow cheese from milk. See, so they don't do like Swiss and Parmesan, but those are local cheeses. And more leaves. Okay, let's see. There's a cheese here that looks like a bread, but that's a cheese. And butter, you know, natural butter. All right. Eggs. One observation, I know we have the same issue in Panama, is that there isn't a lot of veggies in the diet. It's meat and potatoes. I don't see a lot of yuca. I see a little bit. I know the bread, right? But potato is king. All right. So we passed the breakfast. They still have food down there. Let's go down. I haven't seen the quinoa lady. Uh-oh. Maybe I missed it. I'm gonna miss it. Okay, we have to go down. Okay. So we're gonna see the veggies. We saw the fruit. Now we go into the vegetable section. Of course, ginger is big. I always forget. Turmeric, fresh garlic, and chile. Buenos dias. And this black corn, they don't eat morado, sí. ¿Se come eso o no?
No, solo para beber.
Para beber. Yeah, they make a drink with it. Look at chard, fresh. So here you see cabbage. See how big they are? This is a pumpkin, you guys. Look over there. You see the size of the pumpkin? When I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Celery. And the carrots are humongous. So that black corn, they use it to make a fermented drink. that becomes strong, but they don't eat it. All right, we're in the food section. All right, this is going to be the interesting part. Are you ready? I'm ready. I don't know what that is. I thought that was the flower. What do they call that? Sorry. We do sorry in Panama. Okay. Up. Maybe that's where I saw my quinoa. All right. So I see the beans. Oh yeah, there's the quinoa. Okay. All right, I found it. Yes. This is where you find the quinoa. So I'll come back this way. All right. Flor de Jamaica. Exactly. That's a sorrel. So yeah, they have it here. Okay. Look at the chilies. All right, so I found the quinoa. Quinoa is grown here, very abundant. And one of the guys was saying, "Oh, all of a sudden now it's a superfood. We've had quinoa forever." All right, get ready to be a little bit surprised, okay? You see, this is the horn. Nothing is refrigerated. The tongue, the tripes, and the dogs know where to come. See? And they feed them. Woo. Oh, the heart. That's so hot. She got it in her hand. The liver. Aye. Oh, here's a head. There is a place where they make soup with the head. Okay. Big hooves. The eyeball. Ooh, he's got eyelashes. Did you see the eyelashes? Did you see the eyelashes? Okay. So now, oops, you can start ordering food. And I am told they eat their 2 main meals for breakfast. I know, for breakfast and lunch. And very light for dinner in the evening. I didn't see the lady with the herbs. They do a lot of herbs here. That's why their food, she's got one. Their food tastes amazing because they use all the fresh herbs. So, alrighty. Okay, she's got herbs. More food stall. So the soups. Well, they have rice too for breakfast. That's their main meal. Breakfast is big. I understand. Kind of like Panama. Now the drink in Peru, the natural drink, gracias señora, is the Inca Cola. Okay? The Inca Cola is the main drink. They don't drink Coca-Cola as much as they do it in Panama. And guess what? One of the drivers said, because Coca-Cola, the company, realized that the Peruvian people like the Inca Cola. So they came in, what they do? They bought the company, so now they own the company that makes Inca. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You see? Soup is big. So, all over the Americas, actually. It's not just here. I had some soup yesterday. That was so yummy. All right. And all the two groups come here. You see? She's got the herbs. All right. No, gracias, señor. They're trying to get you to order food. Actually, it's very light today. Yesterday it was popping. See? You can buy your milk in little bags. That's funny. And they like to put a fried egg on top of their rice from the Chinese influence, right? Trying to find an Inca Cola to show you what it looks like. It's bright yellow. All right. Sopa. And I love cilantro here, like I do. So you know, I'm all there for it. You see the eggs on top of the rice? That's very typical here. More soup. Look at that soup. ¿Qué tipo de sopa es ese?
De cordero.
De cordero.
Parte lengua.
Oh. Yeah. It's a tongue. You get the soup with the tongue. I've had tongue. I like it. Tongue is good. We're gonna have some music. I wanna wait for the music. Oh. Oh. I saw kind of a part of a head in a plate with the soup. Yeah, the chef did tell me, you see some weird stuff in this aisle. He said, stay away. If your stomach, you're not used to it, stay away. Well, he didn't have to tell me. I am not eating head of anything head here. But chicharron is very big here. But what they call chicharron, we call fried pork where I come from. Ooh. Yes. Oh no. No head soup for me. Okay. I think we just about seen everything. I found the quinoa and I wanted to show you more of the herbs because that's what they use to cook their meat. And that's why it is always so yummy. Oh, they have fresh flowers. I missed this part yesterday. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Qué bonito. See the sunflowers? Beautiful. I missed that part yesterday. I didn't see this one. And yes, they have public restrooms, one soul. So just like in Panama, most of the public restrooms, you have to pay 25 cents. So always have some change, some coins. Hi guys. Even walking, I get a little winded. Oh, there's a whole section outside. Let's see. Now they also, all their grains, they pulverize and they call it morada. So you can find flour, harina, and other things. Just Oh, this is just, oh, even up here too, outside. I wonder if maybe they don't pay. That's why they're outside. Ooh, seen some blood sausages. Papayas. This is the dulce, pepino dulce. Flowers. Oh, strawberries. Nice. And they have different kinds of lemons. They have key lime and the regular lemon. Bread. Cheese. Yeah. It's like olives. Olives. Oh, nice. These white things are potatoes. Oh, quinoa. They have quinoa too. ¿Cuánto cuesta bolsa, señora?
10 soles.
10 soles. 10 soles for a bag of quinoa. Not bad. Which is about $3. These also are potatoes. Potatoes. Just a sample of the different kinds that they have here. This is traditional bread. Yeah. Alrighty. The sun is trying to come out, but it's probably gonna rain. Alright guys. I hope you enjoy this. Whew. My lungs are still adjusting. Okay. Alright guys. I don't think I'm gonna go in there and eat anything yet because I had coffee and juice at the hotel. And most hotels do provide breakfast here. Whew. And the driving is just as crazy. They don't stop for you, so you better watch. So I'm gonna sit here, catch my breath, and plan what I'm doing. So you see people sitting on those steps all the time. So when in Rome, you do as the Romans. All right, guys. Do you have any questions? Whew. Buy some grapes. You are definitely in great shape. I'm winded just watching you. I'm sitting down. I'm gonna sit here and just enjoy the view. You know, anywhere in Latin America and in Europe, you have the square, right? Everybody sits and just relaxes. Yep. All right. Any other question, you guys, before I sign off? No. Where I live? I live in Panama. I'm just visiting Peru. I wanted to do Machupicchu, and I did that Thursday. Thursday? Yeah. Thursday. So, all right, guys. I should be home next week. I don't know what we're gonna cook, so I need to find like a restroom somewhere and just relax for a little bit. And then I'm gonna go exchange some money. I need some solar, and then maybe go to the Plaza de Armas. I wanted to show you, but it's like 15 minutes from here. It's too much. I am brave. I love to travel, and I love solo travel because you know you do your own thing. Sometimes when somebody is with you, you want to go here, she wants to go there, and it's like, I don't mind traveling alone. I mean, it could be fun sometimes to have someone with you, but not all the time. Yeah, look at this little mama. Oh, so cute. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. And the little babies they carry, and on their backs, they always carry all kinds of stuff, not just babies, but they carry their load. Yeah. But you know, it's fun to be in a place like this, to see how people live and how they're enjoying life. And you could get your mind off the craziness that, you know, is all around us. You need some time to give yourself a break. And that's why don't save your money for your kids. I mean, you can give them a little something, but take time. Take your money and go places and travel and do you, okay? Now, while you were walking there, people are offering massages. And they even have hot springs here. I didn't bring my bathing suit, but hot springs in cold weather, that's good. That's therapeutic. Why not? Live life. Life is for the living. All right, guys. You take care, okay? I will see you next week. I'll be home, so make sure you come on, okay? You saw the babies. Good, good. All righty. It's my pleasure. You're welcome. Bye. Watching this seals the deal. I will not be going to Why not? Why aren't you going to Peru? The group in Portugal, you just type Google, go to YouTube and then search expats in Portugal. They have several groups there. Thank you. Thank you. I love to travel. I love to explore. I love to see how other people live. And then that kind of gives me joy. I love that. Expats. Yeah, expats in Portugal. Just go to YouTube and search that. In fact, Krishan has a channel. Alice and her husband, they have a channel. You'll find all kinds of people in Portugal. Portugal, Mexico. They have blacks in Thailand. In fact, next week's video, I interviewed this woman in Indonesia. She's been there for 43 years and absolutely loves it, and says her rent is about $200 a month. You know, it's going to be for those people who may have a lower budget and want to expat, right? Because not everybody can expat to Panama. Not everybody can expat to Costa Rica. And what's her name? She was saying, Stephanie was saying, Costa Rica is not cheap. So this week's video that I did, that dropped this past Friday, is about how to fast track your expating, I guess. You know, I give you like a 12-week blueprint how you can do it, but that is a lot of work. Not everybody can do that, right? But if you have a smaller budget and you're like, oh, I can come to Panama. This lady said, well, I have $1,100 a month. Can I live in Panama? I said, you might be able to live in Panama, but it will be like in a smaller area in the interior, not in the city. She's like, oh, thank you. I want it to be in the city. You gotta be flexible, guys. Your money can only take you so far. And if you want to live a stress-free life where you're not worried about every little, you know, when you're retired, you shouldn't be scringing about money, right? You live within your means. You schedule, like I said, I haven't been anywhere for a year, but when I took a vacation, I took a nice vacation. I'm not staying at the Marriott, right? I'm staying in cute hostels. You can make it work, but you have to be flexible and not say, I want this, this, this. Well, if you do, then bring on your money. That's just the way it is. Life is about choices. So just live your life. Make it be meaningful for you. And look at all these people. They're all visiting here, taking pictures. And in the evening, it's even worse. It's like bombed. And this is a slow season. This is why I don't understand it. I don't even know how it can get any busier, but it does, which is good for the locals, right? I'd like to live some of it with the ex in Portugal. They are there. And people haven't been there. I'd like to visit. I don't think I'd want to live there because I don't want to do cold. But it's 5-hour flight from New York, I understand, so it's not that bad in terms of being close to the US. But now you have to ask yourself, why do we want to be so close to the US? Is it because you have family there or what? So you have to ask yourself those questions. Like this lady in Portugal, she came here when she was like in her 20s, and she did a contract. When the contract was over, she was like, oh, I don't really want to go back. Because most of us, if you've lived abroad, a lot of people would rather stay there because you get used to a different way of life, a softer life. Like Stephanie Perry says, people sitting around doing nothing. In the US, if you did that, they would call you slacking off, you lazy, right? Whereas this is part of life, to sit and people watch, which is one of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite things to do. I like to go to the airport and sit there and watch. I come here, I can people watch. I don't need to have an agenda. I don't need to have a schedule every hour. All right, I'm preaching again. All right, guys. Hour and 17 minutes. All right, guys, I will see you next week, okay? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you guys hung out with me today. All right, bye.